Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline jumper's good. OKC with their first lead of the second half.
That big three he hit and the travel he got away with.
Or is it a travel? I mean, if you look at this step back side by side with Steph Curry and SGA.
And a timeout call from Indiana. 29 points.
What a display. Steph Curry with the step back long three.
You probably clicked on this with one thing in mind. He either traveled or he didn't travel. You probably watched it quickly and made up your mind. But in this video, we are going to look into the details, the minutia. Now, was that a step back, slide back, travel, push off? Some of y'all might say it's all three, but let's take a deeper look because I mean, a step back, that is nothing new. We've seen it time and time again. And I remember when James Harden used to do it frequently with the Houston Rockets. At first, I was screaming at the TV constantly, that's a travel, hey, until I realized this small detail. Traveling in the NBA isn't called like traveling in college and high school. I know, right? Why would they have players playing a different set of rules throughout their entire upbringing just to switch them a bit when they get to the big leagues? Doesn't make sense. Let's keep things consistent. I did some research and some digging and I found this video with NBA official Scott Foster. I'm playing. It's a video with Zach Zarba, and if anybody been watching basketball long enough, you know exactly who that guy is.
My name is Zach Zarba, and I'm a 15-year NBA referee. There's subtle differences in the traveling violation in the NBA as opposed to high school and college. So I would ask people to just take a look at when the ball is gathered. Okay, if you look at when the ball is gathered, okay, that pivot foot is not the first step. That is the zero step. So after that pivot foot, when they step back into a 1-2, that in the NBA is a legal two-step.
So there's two key words here in this video that we have to pay attention to. One, when the ball was gathered, and two, what they call a zero step. So the step that you take while the ball is being gathered is a zero step. And then you take your two steps into your step back, into your layup, into your pass, whatever it is. So now let's watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in slow motion and see if we can pick up on when his zero step happens and when his gather happens. So the first detail I see here is that when Naismith is falling backwards, his leg hits Shai's, and Shai's foot is right now in the process of a zero step. Because if you look at his hand, the ball is still in the air as he's going to put both hands on it. So he's in the process of his zero step. The ball's in the air spinning with one hand touching the ball, and Naismith's foot is kicking at Shai's foot. Now, I'm not saying he purposely kicked him or anything like that, but it's what happened on the play. So as he's falling, the foot gets kicked a bit, he slips a bit within the zero step, and then as he fully grips the ball, he has two steps. So according to Zach Zarba and according to the rules and regulations of the NBA, that is not a travel. And I know Pacers fans got to be upset at something. You lost the game. You don't want to blame Ben Mathurin.
It's Mathurin. And misses both.
For those terrible fouls in crunch time.
Williams gets free, and Mathurin called for a hold before the ball is inbound.
You don't want to blame the team for only scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter.
Halliburton step back, three-pointer blocked by SGA.
It's actually crazy considering usually it's the inverse. It's usually the Pacers who are crushing teams in the fourth quarter and losing the first quarter, but this time it was definitely the flip. But of course, you don't want to blame anything that happened within the game, so you're going to blame Scott Foster, who I know is a crooked ref. I don't like him either. And you're going to blame, free throws and anything else. But anybody who has any honor and honesty in their chest, in their hearts, in their minds, that was kind of deep. Anybody that thinks like that will know that, the Pacers just flat out lost this game. And upon further review, you can see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did not actually travel right here. One more time for the people in the back. Look, he takes one step. That is his 0 step, according to Zach Zarba, right?
That pivot foot is not the first step. That is the 0 step. So after that pivot foot, when they step back into a 1-2, that in the NBA is a legal 2-step.
Okay, cool. So that's his 0 step. He's still gathering the ball in his left hand. You see it spinning. As he finally catches his balance, because his foot was being kicked by Naismith, he grabs both hands on the ball and he takes one step and then another step, and then he takes his jumper and he drains it. It's not a travel. Hate to break it to you. It's super interesting hearing everybody and their mothers screaming at the top of Mount Everest that Shai 100% traveled on this play. It's ridiculous. It was a push-off. Now, hey, it might have been a push-off. I mean, Shai does a lot of pushing off on a lot of his plays. Unfortunately, I've seen this over and over again since the beginning of time. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Giannis, they do that clear out. So, I mean, if you're not going to call it ever, you can't start calling it now on Shai. So I understand your grievances and your frustration, but it's something that's been in the league forever and it's not going to go anywhere. They say that as long as your elbow is still bent, it's not an offensive foul. And even sometimes I do see them call that. But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I mean, you're probably going to do it anyways. There are going to be some folks that regardless of what they see, whatever Zach Zarba says are the regulations that are allowed within the NBA. Some of y'all are just going to say, nope, it's a travel because your team lost. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Was it a travel? Was it not? Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.